Back now with what's called murder hornets, reported in the U.S. for the first time. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shah.
Tonight, killer hornets invading the U.S. and Canada. Asian giant hornets, also known as murder hornets, spotted in Washington state, and they prey on honeybees that pollinate much of our food.
If the bees go, we go. So they pollinate 1 in 3 pieces of food we eat. So we have to protect these little guys.
These hornets grow up to 2 inches long, roughly 5 times the size of a bee. And in Japan, where they originate, they reportedly kill up to 50 people each year. They're giant stingers capable of piercing a beekeeper's suit.
The mandibles, there we go, you can sort of see them, are pretty large. They're very, very sharp, and that's what they use to decapitate bees, and then they'll mash up the thorax into a meatball, they call it, and fly it back to feed to their larvae.
The hornets can destroy an entire beehive.
One by one, they're picked off. More hornets join the attack. The hornets emit a chemical rallying cry, and this triggers a unique phenomenon. They no longer carry bee carcasses back to the nest. Instead, they slaughter, then cast aside the body of every defender they meet. It's the start of a mass attack. Each warrior can kill up to 40 bees a minute. The European bees outnumber the hornets 1,000 to 1, but they didn't evolve alongside these huge Asian predators and have no effective defense. Within the hour, 10,000 bees are down. Their stings are not strong enough.
Murderous hornets equals martial law and the New World Order by Michael Israel. Real TV.
You know, doctors have said there's so many unknowns. The what next is always the big question mark. How much has the state talked through potential next steps as we see the impacts unfold over the next couple of weeks?
A lot of the things that we're doing, we stood up to be in place for a long time. We knew this wouldn't be over in June. It may be calmed down in June, and life may go back to a relatively normal format. With certainly a new world order from social distancing and things of that nature. With certainly a new world order.
I don't know what the answer is, but I'm wondering, does DHS normally do this where they buy, because they say we may not need 1.6 billion or 1.2 billion in ammo, but it's up to. We want to sort of authorize up to.
These are questions we want the DHS to answer for us. They have acknowledged our letter. Myself and 14 other members of the House have put this letter together forward together, and so they've acknowledged that. They say they're working on it, and so
the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has been buying up massive amounts of ammunition. Americans are wondering why, and so is Congress.
It's becoming a common problem at retail stores and ranges across the country.
They come in, they want ammo. We don't have ammo.
But the Department of Homeland Security appears to be on a buying spree. Their most recent request is for 10 million rounds of hollow point bullets for a .40 caliber pistol, another 10 million rounds for a 9mm, plus 1.6 million pistol cartridge 9mm ball bullets. And that's just this year.
That the government has no intention to carry out any drone strikes in the United States. It's hard for me to imagine a situation in which that would. We have within the United States the ability to use our law enforcement capacity.
More hornets join the attack. The hornets emit a chemical rallying cry, and this triggers a unique phenomenon. They no longer carry bee carcasses back to the nest. Instead, they slaughter, then cast aside the body of every defender they meet.
The use of drones is, from my perspective, something that is entirely hypothetical.
So there is more to this. I want to talk to retired Captain Chuck Nash now, former U.S. Navy captain, Fox News military analyst. Does that settle it there, Captain?
Well, Bill, I come from a way of life in the military where you don't buy weapons that you don't intend to use. Why would you? And if you look at what the Department of Homeland Security has been purchasing over the last year, it comes out to like 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition, more than 7,000 fully automatic assault weapons, 2,700 MRAP type vehicles, and now drones. Those are instruments of war. Department of Homeland Security's, who are they going to fight a war against?
Meanwhile, the man in charge of buying all the ammunition for DHS says they may buy another 750 million rounds in coming years. The Government Accountability Office is launching a review of the ammo purchases at DHS.
Hollow point is commonly used as an anti-personnel round. It's designed to damage more tissue by opening up similar to a flower, so it has a larger wound channel.
Nothing is more important to us than the complete satisfaction of our customers when they maim or kill. Some of these defective bullets can leave an exit wound as small as a plum.
That's designed to damage more tissue by opening up similar to a flower.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Said bill requests emergency response funding up to and including, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas, Jesus. That's classified.
The governor's orders shutting down non-essential businesses and telling people to remain in their homes may seem like martial law, but experts tell us it's not even close.
Barton Dieters explains.
If you've spent any time online, you've seen the rumors about whether martial law is coming. But is that something that could actually happen here?
So let's cut right to the chase, because some of the conspiracy theorists online say this is our government buying up bullets to use against us. Are you one of those who believes that?
Who are they going to fight a war against?
The reason I'm here today is to encourage the U.S. Congress to take action to protect our country from its most imminent threat. Electricity would cease, the internet would go down, and the banking system.
The smokescreen of national security used by government at every level.
A strong America is the only thing standing in the way. Country only needs a little chaos.
We have a fog that has descended on our entire nation.
Hello, Mr. President. Now is the time.
The average American family only has 3 days of food.
We need to talk face to face. This is important.
Sir, what's the mission? Disarm the population and restore order.
Do you have any weapons inside your home or on your person?
You had to give the president power to arrest any American by simply accusing them of terrorism.
The vanity of nationalism will quickly fade. These are but the birth pangs of a new world order.
I'm just so afraid of the world that you're going to have to grow up in.
This is a time, man, woman, young or old,
when folks run and hide, or they pull up their bootstraps.
Called murder hornets have been found in the U.S. for the first time ever. Asian giant hornets are an invasive and potentially deadly species. Now, researchers nicknamed it the murder hornet because its venomous sting can kill a human if they are stung several times. But these hornets are a much larger threat to the honeybee population. Few of them can take out an entire hive in a matter of hours. The hornets are more than 2 inches long and have attacked hives in Washington state. Scientists do not yet know how they made it to the U.S.
The hornets can destroy an entire beehive in a...
Show you this. I gotta show you this. The hornet thing is real. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. This is an actual beehive. They're dying. It's real out here. Exodus chapter 23, verse 28 through 30. And I will send the hornet before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee. I will not drive them out before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land.